Good morning and welcome to my video blog. I'm Delwyn and I live in the KZN Midlands. I've been growing my own food for the last year, not terribly long in terms of how long other people have, but I've learned a lot of hard lessons that I thought I might like to put into a video blog and share with you. So if you are perhaps considering being able to grow your own food, perhaps putting in a few herbs and going solar, harvesting some rainwater, just generally living a little bit more sustainable and recycling, then perhaps you may like to follow my blog. Hopefully you'll learn from all my mistakes, which are very many and varied. Okay, so first of all, when I decided to start changing the way I live, I started off by recycling, by taking the basic things that I use on a daily basis, like the milk containers, 2-litre milk containers, Coke bottles, which we no longer drink Coke or soda, but occasionally my children have it if they have friends around. Rinsing out all the plastic containers, putting them into a separate bin. Tins, when I open them, reusing the tins to plant things in. Washing out all my bottles, including the oil bottles, and keeping the glass to store various other things that I preserve in. And that was how I started. I'm not using plastic bags, taking my own bags to the grocery store, just in little ways, trying to change what I do. I'm turning off the tap when I brush my teeth, which I do. Occasionally, no, I'm joking. Okay, and also like basic stuff like turning off lights when I go out of a room, only using things that I really need to use, not filling the kettle every time I need to boil it, just cutting down. So that was my first step. Secondly, I decided to grow my own food. I tried in vain to grow in veggie patches using the soil that was here, because I really didn't have a clue. I'd buy seedlings, plant them, and they'd die. Now I've kind of learned that there's some things that grow really well, but in essence what you have to do is you have to try and not even have a plan, but just really prepare your soil. That's your most important thing. I found there's this compost called vermi compost. I think it's worm compost. It's not the actual liquid, it's the compost. I got it from a friend of mine, Tessa. She's on Facebook, Tessa Saul. She had a business called Pixie Potter's Plant Palace, I think, and I got a lot of bags of the vermi compost from her. And I took 4 planks, hammered them together, put some white plastic into those planks, made holes in, just lay it down, white, like building plastic. I lined that, and it doesn't have a bottom, my box just has 4 planks, and made holes in the bottom, added that vermicompost, put seedlings in and started growing. Made lots of mistakes. Now I have my own compost heap, so on top of getting bottles and glass and tin recycled, noisy little bite, I now also take my kitchen scraps and add them to my compost heap daily. And then I get a gardener in probably about every second week, as most of you all know, and he comes and helps me to cover it with soil and to turn it and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's basically the beginning. Some of the things that grow really, really easily in the Midlands are green beans, the bush contender green beans. Beetroot grow like you don't even have to do anything with them. They're beautiful. Millies grow very, very well. Baby tomatoes. Don't try big tomatoes. Disease, heat, just gave up. Baby tomatoes. What else has grown beautifully for me? Lettuce, especially the little frilly lettuce that you get that you can put into pots. It grows really well. Cabbages grow beautifully. Cauliflower, I had divine cauliflower for Christmas. Yeah, pretty much most things that I've planted have grown. Herbs grow beautifully as well. Obviously with the change in climate, things are a little tougher than they would have been a few years back. Just those few degrees, the increase in temperature has made quite a huge difference to gardening, I think. But I'm not really a good gardener. I'm just a beginner gardener, but I just hope that I can share what I'm doing. I've also found I had to add lime to my soil, and whenever I had spare money, I'd take like 30 odd rand, between 28 and 35 rand depending on where you buy it. I go and buy some of that grow more compost, chuck it into my bed, and just dig it through. The more compost I add, the more plant food, more lime, I found the better obviously the conditions for the growing of anything that you want. So this is obviously just an intro little video blog, and I hope that you've enjoyed listening to me. And in my next edition, I think possibly I'll show you how to start putting together a small little food garden. Maybe, if I'm brave enough. I hope that you've really enjoyed listening to me today. I've really enjoyed doing this, and hopefully we can all learn together. I'm Delwyn Foster. Thank you for joining me.